Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2022 general reading. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of April from the 1st through the 15th. This reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, feedback, comments. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, always appreciate it. And I always want to say that. Thank you. Okay, Libra, this reading is for you. First 2 weeks of April 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Libra. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Libran. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs for additional insight and perspective. And if you find that something does resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I can usually respond the same day with more information. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link, the little arrow there. All right, Libra. Let's see what the first 2 weeks of April look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. All right, Libra, we begin with the Four of Coins. The Miser card can represent being careful, economical, frugal, holding on to your money, not wanting to share, lend, give out. Money might be a little tight right now for some of you, for many of us, right? The Nine of Wands, feeling close to the end of a difficult journey, but feeling weary. It's our Wounded Warrior card, so it represents having been through so much already, and yet here is yet another thing that you have to deal with. Feeling tired, discouraged, worn out, maybe. It could, again, have to do with money. You're tired of having to tighten your belt. You're tired of needing to be so frugal. Next, we have the High Priestess, intuition, connecting with God, Spirit, angels, and guides, paying attention to... Intuition is more than just feelings. Feelings are very mercurial, and if we follow just our emotions, that can lead us into places that aren't great or cause us to make decisions that aren't great, right? Because we do them so impulsively. Intuition is kind of, some people call it higher self, some people call it gut instinct, right? It's a sense of knowing about a certain person, place, situation, or a sense of knowing that you should be doing this, that this thing is right for you, no matter what everybody else is saying, right? It's a card of paying attention to signs or dreams which have a repeating theme. And I say that because, following your dreams can also be a dangerous thing. Dreams can be very weird, strange, and often our mind's way of flushing things out, right? But if you start to have the same dream, or you start to have dreams that have the same theme, or you get signs, meaning things that come in that you think, oh, that's interesting, but they keep repeating, right? Then that's when you're supposed to start paying attention to them and trusting in that. Eight of Wands, action, movement forward, travel. Any decisions, any movement forward should be based on that intuition. This can also be trusting in God, Spirit, angels, and guides, in divine timing and orchestration, that this too shall pass. That even though this looks like it might be a challenging, belt-tightening kind of time, you do know that things will open up and move forward into the future, and open up more in the future, in the near future too. We have the Five of Swords, a hard-won victory, not giving up, staying focused on your goals, winning at all costs, not giving up. With the Ten of Cups, happy home, marriage, white picket fence, childbirth, family, not giving up on that, whatever that means for you. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Hanging Man, watching something playing out, waiting to see what happens before you take action. Because the Hanging Man makes no decisive moves or choices. Might want to, but things are still playing out, so you're waiting and watching, gaining information, seeing what other people are doing or how a situation is playing out. I don't know why, but I just pulled one more card. For overall energy, the Seven of Wands, defensive, protecting, guarding. Again, this is all about not giving up, biding your time, but not giving up on something, even though, you're so tired of this, right? Whatever this is. Let's clarify a bit. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Hanging Man and the Seven of Wands. This is like, it's like trying to maintain. There might be something specific you're trying not to give up on because it affects the home and family, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, a house, like the property itself. There might be some financial and material difficulties right now which are concerning you. It might concern the home, the family, the mortgage, the rent, all of that kind of stuff. Because it feels like home and family is here, but maybe finances as well. Clarify overall energy. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, Pentacles is governed by the element of earth, which governs the area of our life that often deals with earthly things. Money, finance, property, real estate, assets. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is work, job, nose to the grindstone, projects, working hard. The Knight of Pentacles, a slower, steady knight. This is like getting it done. This is like, I'm going to reach, knights represent offers and the opportunity for change, the speed at which situations move. The Knight of Pentacles is governed by earth, so he's a little slower than the other knights, but he's guaranteed to cross the finish line to accomplish whatever it is he's setting out to accomplish. So this is step by step. Yeah, there's a sense of like, we're going through a hard time right now. Some of you, it may be financially, materially, it's affecting home and family, but you're determined to just kind of hang in there, basically. And again, we're not looking at a long period of time. We're looking at the first 2 weeks of April. Let's clarify the Four of Coins, our miser, careful, cautious card. Holding on to as much as you can, being very frugal, economical, exploring ways to save money or to not spend as much money. The Hierophant and the Five of Cups. Disappointment, loss, grief. The Hierophant is institutional energy, so it can represent organized institutions, religions, government. The Five of Cups is feeling sorrow, regret over what's lost. I really try and stay away from politics or things like that, today, although sometimes it's difficult because there's so much going on. So much has happened in our world in the last couple years. So much is happening right now. I know finances are an issue with inflation, gas prices, and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's a combination of all of those things. It's difficult. You're not getting enough help. You're not getting enough resources. Maybe you've applied for something and you're not getting it, or you're not getting enough. It could be stimulus or help or something of that sort. It could just be your general kind of anxiety and sadness over what's going on and the fact that it's costing you, right? Clarify Nine of Wands. The Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. These two cards together would be like, here's an offer coming in to give you something to help. But it's clarifying the Nine of Wands, which is like, there's a sense of, okay, here we go again. There's all these financial difficulties. This is affecting me, my home, my family, my life, whatever that means to you. And here we go. Once again, having to tighten the belt, not getting enough help, not getting enough practical, kind of support energy. It just kind of feels like you're just going through a period of time right now, Libra. You're just like, I'm tired. And I'm kind of getting that from a lot of the other signs too, in different areas of life. But just in general, it's like, okay, here we go again. All right, so what do we do now? This is just kind of, it feels fundamentally, Libra, like this whole reading is like, okay, we'll get through it, right? I'm tired, I don't want to be doing this, but we'll get through it. And it could be too, I don't mean to trivialize that. This could affect you in all different kinds of ways. It's a general reading, so the specifics might vary. It might be that you're struggling to pay the rent, the mortgage, put gas in the car, maintain everything. Maybe you're having to take a look at making some changes that you don't want to change because you have to be practical, right? Holding on to something. It could be that, job, work, salaries, all of that kind of stuff. But there's a sense of having faith here with the Priestess and the Eight of Wands. I mean, the priestess has faith. She's led by her intuition, which is connection to the divine, right? So it's a sense of knowing, even if you have no evidence or it's not factual to base that on, right? Faith is in the belief in things as of yet unseen. Knowing that there will be movement, knowing that things will loosen up, knowing that there will be action and activity and movement forward, even though now it feels like they're not because we have the hanging man energy over the first 2 weeks of April. But this is knowing that, yes, things will move, things will open up. We have the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Cups here. This is determination not to fail, determination to win at all costs, because this is your home, your life, your family, right? That's kind of the gist that I'm getting, and I'm also getting a message to end it here, even though I normally would clarify the last couple of cards, but I'm just getting that there's just a sense of weariness right now. And since I am picking up different aspects of this from the other signs I'm doing for general readings too, it's probably a global thing, it's like, we just finished this and now there's this and, here we go again, right? And just kind of generally feeling tired and having things affect us in a way that we have to change things in our lives in a challenging kind of way. But just being determined that we're going to get through this and that it will be fairly short-lived and that things will continue to move forward in the near future. So I'm going to end with any final messages, guidance, and advice. Six of Swords, healing, moving slowly but surely away from that troubled, challenging time, whatever the situation represents for you. It's a transitional card, meaning you've left the worst behind you. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground, still some healing, still some recovery to do, but you're moving in the right direction. The Empress. As advice, the Empress is a card of fertility, of indulgence, of taking care of yourself, of even treating yourself. Now, again, if finances are an issue, it's finding economical or cheap or free ways of doing things that are good for yourself. Packing a lunch and going out to the hills, the park, take a book, I don't know. Things that make you feel good, things that are actually part of self-care, especially during a healing or recovery process, whether that's mental, physical, financial, emotional, or all of the above. Strength and the Two of Swords. This is having the strength to take a look at that which you don't want to take a look at. It could be the part that you've had to play in a challenging or painful situation. It can also represent, if this is like purely financial, this is taking a look at how to economize, minimalize a bit more, even though you don't want to, right? Because this is a card of it. Really, this is about having the strength and the courage, the wisdom, the humility, the insight to face our fears, to move through them, to make the choices we don't want to make, to take a look at the things we don't want to look at, perhaps make choices or changes that we don't want to make because that's the best thing possible, right? Okay. Okay, Libra, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of April. I hope that they were helpful or useful in some way, or at least gave you some food for thought. Again, if any of this resonates with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading, perhaps take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link below or where the little arrow is. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well. I hope you enjoy our entrance into spring, except for those of you on a continent where it's, I think, your fall now. I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.